Hey, what's up, guys? Good to be back with you again. And we are up against the Tafuna Jets today. And I thought for a little while about maybe making a couple of changes, but I've decided against it. Let's go ahead and go with our main squad and see how this goes. Because we've done that squad rotation thing in the past. Didn't work out so well. So let's see what happens here today. Hope that we'll pick up right where we left off and get a whole bunch of goals today and make this another good, successful match for us. If we get a win, if we have some good results going our way, we can move right up the table. So let's see what happens. And we've had 2 wins in a row. We have not been defeated at all this season, though we do have those 2 draws that are kind of unfortunate. We wouldn't have drawn if we had better defense. And at the moment, we're in 3rd place. We're hoping to pass Viala and Tonga. Though I don't think that we can unless we have a really, really heavy victory. If I recall right from what I just saw, they have a much better looking goal differential than us. So let's see what happens. It's Tiatia with the ball there on the right side, crosses over in the middle. That's back to Tualalele, over down to Famuana. Famuana finds Tyler Louis, and it's over to Maile, who should have scored the goal there to open up the game. And unfortunately, can't quite get the side of his foot around and onto that one. That was a pretty good job there, but Maile gets a little bit too much toe there for that one. And so this winds up being out for a goal kick, and Tiatia is able to get his head onto that one over to Ikuvalu. And this will end up going back in our favor. Over Palipua's got it down over to Tualalele. Tualalele with it knocks it up and forward over to Maile, then over to Tyler Louis. And he's got to Calliope and then to the other Calliope, Milani then with a shot. And unfortunately, we're unable to score that one. And those were a couple of real wicked-looking shots there right of the goalkeeper. This was Rock Calliope, who I would think would have been fouled there, but there was no call. And then it was Milani with the shot. And then Walter Assam, an old name that we recognize, is the one who got in front of that shot and was able to keep that one out. Ikuvalu now with the goal kick over to Tiatia. Tiatia has it. Walks it up over on the right side over to Calliope. Rock over to Richard and back to Tiatia. Tiatia's got it down to Palipua. Palipua's got the ball over to Rock, then over to Tiatia. Tiatia brings it up right side. And it goes back down over to Palipua. Palipua lumps this one forward looking for Rock, and I'm not sure what happened there in defense, but we got a shot on goal out of that one. So I'm not exactly sure what their defender was thinking, but that's at least an idea, and that's maybe a little bit better than playing the direct passing game. I'm not sure. And unfortunately for us, the corner ends up going just about nowhere. Collins with it there. He's playing in a much more comfortable position, defensive midfield, and that's the end of that highlight. I do want to take another look at this one, though. Palipua just sort of lumps this one forward, and it's Calliope, of all players, who ends up running back onto that one. It was a really poor play by their back defender, Sipa, and that was a good shot on goal for us. It was a good attempt. And so we have the ball here now, back at goal with Iguvalu. He passes over to Palipua. Palipua finds Rock Calliope, who walks with it over to Tiatia. Tiatia then finds Milani, and Milani looking forward and instead hands over to a Richard Calliope. Richard will take it up himself and takes a shot on goal and scores it. 5th goal of the season for, I call him Richards, Robert. And 5th goal of the season, I believe, is what it said down there. 1-0 for PanSa East FC. And that was pretty impressive. So he looks, scans the field here and sees that he can run past his man. So he does. He runs past him, runs past the other one, and shoots from a really difficult angle and scores. Milani was right there just in case that was deflected off of something or in case there was a save. 1-0 for PanSa East FC, and we're marching up the table once again. And what was it, like 6th place or something we were predicted in before the season started? And boy, we're really going to make them eat crow on that one. Playing pretty well here so far in the early going, and Maali hasn't really done much of anything. He looks like he's a little bit tired, but I did want him to start because he's turned into our big star, and here is Toa Maile. Maile passes down to Tyler Louis. Tyler Louis with it. Brings it up left side, still Tyler Louis, and he passes over to Maile. And there's that header, and that header unfortunately unable to go in, but we're still doing well. 1-0 still the score in favor of PanSa East FC, and maybe it'll happen this year. Maybe this is the year that we get back into the Champions League. We'll see what happens. We're almost certain to be in the competition for 2nd place here after this match because we're going to be shooting up and sprouting up that table very, very quickly. Here is Vaili, who knocks this one forward, and it is Collins who gets a head onto that one over to one of the 2 Calliopes. I think this is Rock. He passes over to Milani, and that's a pretty poor pass. That looks like the sort of Rock Calliope pass we've been used to. And unfortunately for us, it's Tualalele who is called for another foul. That's the 2nd penalty he's given up in 2 matches. And they're not going to give him a card, I don't think. Oh, no, there's a yellow card for that one, and probably a pretty good foul this time around. I didn't like the one that was called on him yesterday, and Cordesa is able to score the goal to tie the game. The one that was called yesterday, I thought was a little bit weak. That one here today, I think, makes a little bit more sense. And Tualalele, what his problem is that when he allows guys to get in front of him, he gets to the shirt pulling, and that's pretty much what happened there. Walter Alassan with the throw over to Samuelele. It's been a while since we've seen Walter Alassan with those throws. Over now to Toa Maele, who gets it. Over to, I think this is Richard, or is it Rock Calliope? It's always hard to tell. I think it's Richard because he's going up the right side over to Milani, back to Rock. There's Rock, over to Milani, over to Tiatia. Tiatia over with it, and we've got good players in good positions. And that was Richard almost scoring another goal. That ends up being out for a corner, and so it's Afamoana taking this one. He steps back and he fires. Goes up forward to Maele, and unfortunately his header is off target, and that's going to be into that. And we are fast approaching halftime, and we're going to have to make a couple substitutions here at halftime. I can see we got some guys who are really, really tired, but I'm happy anyway to give him the game time. Ikuvalu ends up grabbing this ball, and he's going to throw this pass over there to Palipua. A little bit of trickery by Ikuvalu as he delivered that pass. Knocks that one up to Milani. Milani's got it, and he lumps this one forward over for Tyler Lui. Tyler Lui over to Maele, and that's a goal. And I think he's onside. That'd be number 10 of the season if he is. No, he's offside. They're going to call him offside. I thought maybe it was close, but you can see right here he's pretty clearly offside. It's not really even that close. And so really unfortunate. It would have been a great goal for us, but unfortunately we're going to have to wait. And I'm telling you, he can head it in. He's got that heading power, and he keeps doing better. We can still win this match, and I hope that we do. It would be nice to win this match instead of losing. Maele, though, looks like he's a bit tired, which means that we're going to put Ene New Sila in. Palipua is going to come off as well. He hasn't looked very good, and it is going to be Hengi Poli who comes on for him. And Tiatia, unfortunately, Tiatia is going to have to come off, and we have nobody to put on for him. So what are we going to do? I'm not quite sure exactly what we're going to do. This is one of those times where I'm kind of upset that we have two strikers on the bench, which was a really stupid idea. I see we don't have anybody who can play on the right side, so what we're going to do is we're going to put him over on the right side, and we'll probably go ahead and put Isu back on and go from there. And let's see what we can do here. Thank you very much, Siri, for interrupting my fun, and let's see what happens. So we do have at least one player out of position. It seems like every match we have to have somebody out of position. We technically don't have to, but if I'm a little bit lazy about it and let the computer pick the bench, that's what happens. I've made a video about that already, why you shouldn't do that, and I did it anyway. Tyler Lee with the ball, passes down to Rock, over to Richard. Richard Calliope with this, passes the forward for Nusila, whose shot has nothing on it. So, I'm not so sure about that, and so much for that one. Here's Mae with the ball. Their keeper knocks it forward, and he finds Arfa Moana over to Rock, down to Richard Calliope. Calliope knocks it forward for Ene. Ene with a good position. Back to Richard, I think it is, or Robert, I'm sorry. I keep calling him Richard. Robert, whichever one it is, he manages his second goal of the match. It's 2-1 for PanSa East FC, and that's not too bad at all, I would say. There's a little bit of give and go over to Ene, and Ene is in a kind of a difficult position. But look at Robert's wide open, just wide open, about as wide open as you can get. Nobody comes even close to getting in front of him, and he scores that goal easily, and that makes it 2-1 for PanSa East FC. And let's see if we can get this ball back off of them, get a couple more goals. We can get a win in this match. It's going to be a great thing to put us back in the running. We know that Ilawa and Tuamata never lose, but I don't think that's going to matter necessarily so much. Ikuvalu ends up grabbing that ball after that attack, and it's passed over to Tualalele. Tualalele has got it over to Isu. Isu playing out of position, looks for Nusia, and he can't quite find Ene. And it's unfortunate because they have the ball in a good position now, and they have tied it up. They've equalized. Panetta Caressa were there with a goal, and that was really, really poor, and that's a really bad job there by the defense. And, I know that we have a guy who's playing out of position, but this isn't just his fault. Where is the rest of the back line? How come nobody's playing right back, right? The guy who's having a difficult time is playing left back, and he was back. So, I've got to wonder what's going on, and I'm not very happy about what's going on here in this match. We need to win this, and if we don't win this, these players are going to feel my wrath. And the assistant manager will also feel my wrath for picking a bench that's really, really weak. And it's Tyler Lee who's winning this one off of his man with that burst of speed over to one of the two Kalliopas, over to Poli. Poli finds, Hangy, Poli not with a very good pass there. I wish we could stop trying to play the ball out of defense quite like that. I don't mind it if we try to build things up out of defense from our back, but when we have the ball in an attacking position, it would be nice if we would stop passing the ball back to the defense. And Walter Alsam is fouled, and there's no call, and it's over to N.A., then over to Collins. It's kind of bizarre because everybody stopped thinking that there was a call. Tyler Lee with it now, and he passes over to N.A., who also is fouled, and there's no call at all. That was a very, very strange sequence of events. And here it was with Hangy, who passed this one forward for N.A. I'm not sure why this game is slowing down now. And I'm not sure what that was supposed to be at all, actually. That's a little bit ridiculous. Vaili for them with the kick into the box, and it's Talalele who ends up being called for the handball, and we have given up a hat trick to a player who had no goals at the beginning of the season, and we need to fire the squad up, and Talalele is about to lose his starting position. That was really bad. He's given up 2 penalties in this match. I'm not very happy with that, and we're going to have to figure out what to do here. And see what we can do. We need to get a equalizer in, and if we don't, this is going to be a really, really difficult season, isn't it? And let's see what we can do here. Famuana here with a throw over to Milani, back to Famuana, over to N.A., and N.A. Can't quite get that header down. This is where I kind of wish that Maele were still on the pitch, because he is a player I know who can score. N.A. had four goals in the first match this season and hasn't been able to score anything since. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this guy. Moy with this, and he knocks that one up into the stratosphere as that goes off the wall. And this will be out for a corner, and so let's see what happens. And it's going to be Aluni here with the corner. You can see that we've controlled the possession of the entire match, and yet we've managed to give up a whole bunch of goals, including a hat trick to their striker, which is ridiculous because he's not that good. And there's the goal kick by them, and it's one of the two Kalliopas who wins it, over to Tailauli, over to Milani. Milani knocks this one forward for N.A., and N.A., this is ridiculous. How did he miss that one? That's an awful, awful football manager moment here. I mean, look at this. Look at how wide open he is, and he beats the keeper. What is he doing? Yeah. Very, very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. Yeah. Tualalele is not going to start for a while. He's going to be kicked off of the squad pretty soon. I'm not happy with his performance. And this is the other guy, Collins, who probably shouldn't be starting anymore, who also is making me quite upset. And, geez, we don't have anybody you can play here on that side, do we? All right, we're going to put Palipua in there, and we're going to kind of make this work. Yeah, something like that. We're kind of pushing players around willy-nilly to see what happens. And it's Talalele who wins that one, and it's over there to Ene again. Another chance on goal for him, and he does the same thing again. He blasts that over everybody's head. I don't think he's going to play another match for us, honestly. I mean, there was a question today of whether I should have started him, but after what I'm seeing here, I don't think I'm going to start him ever again. This is ridiculous. How do you get the ball twice in the same position and you can't find the goal? There's nobody in front of you. There's no pressure, right? You've outrun everybody, and you just can't find it. That was really, really poor. And there's going to be fines coming in after this match, even if we manage to win it. I don't think we will. So let's see what happens here. And we only have about 2 minutes of normal time remaining, and it's Palipua, the other one, who wins this over to Kalliopa, passes this forward again for Ene, and that pass, unfortunately, doesn't quite get him. And the lump of forward approach always makes me cringe, but it's somewhat successful. It's Tyler Liu with it now, who passes it forward for Palipua. Palipua over to Ene, and he passes back to Milani. What is he doing? Why doesn't he take the shot there? It's another really, really poor bit of play by him. Isu, playing out of position, is able to get in front of that one anyway. I mean, but what is he doing here? Look at this. So Palipua's got it here. Obvious position to cross. He crosses this one forward, and Ene is right there. And why does he pass that back? Why doesn't he take the shot? I mean, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We've used all of our substitutions. We have nothing left but a prayer. And Kalliopa, looking for the hat trick, is not quite able to get the header down. and we're in trouble here. We're about to lose this match, and we have lost, and they have the ball in for a throw, and this is going to be over here in a couple seconds, and Palipua has it, and yes, we have lost it. They call it an absolute classic. I call it an absolute abomination. We should have won this match. And this is the moment to bring out the throwing of the water bottle, and that is exactly what's going to happen here. Hope you enjoyed this one, because I'm about to go crush some hopes and dreams. Talk to you later. Bye.